today's question is Spitfire's BBC Symphony Discover, is this good? Let's dig in and we'll answer that question. We'll first play through the score and then we will dig into the library. So just a quick mock-up I tried to use all the things as you'll see listed here. So let's play it through. Okay, so there you have it. Clearly a little bit of James Bond inspiration there. I love Bond, and that's just what came when I was working up the piece. So as you can see, we have a few things besides the Discovery Library, just two things, and that is Spitfire's BT Phobos. It's a great product. It sort of does, like beats and textures that evolve and grow with time. And so you can see that's just what we have going on here for this pulse and then what kicks in. Right, so just repeating that, and then at the second half, just kicking in on the same, it's actually the same setting from Phobos, and then we're just kicking in this part. So just a higher up the keyboard part, and that's one of the cool things that Phobos does. But this is about BBC Symphony Discovery. So, or Discover, it is Discover. I thought it was Discovery. Okay, so Spitfire's website, check it out under products, BBC Symphony Orchestra, right? Discover. You can get it for $49 or you can get it for free. So just go through their application process. You get on their mailing list, and in 14 days, they will send you a link to download it. Now, this is pretty incredible. Of course, it's built on the same engine that the whole library is built on, right? So as you upgrade, you will get access to whether it's Core or Pro, all from the same interface, which is pretty cool. So that means your mock-ups that you work on in Discover, if you upgrade, they'll just open fine and everything will be loaded in, and then you can go in and dig deeper into articulation sets or changing dynamics, because one of the limitations of this is you usually get just a few articulations, so long and staccato. Some of them have pizzicato, and then some of them have tremolo. So you get those few articulations, but the modulation and the expression, right, you really only have one dynamic layer, so you're really just controlling volume within these samples. But that still lets you do quite a bit. So your velocity can also control how loud things are playing. If we look at here, we've got top of the line, these flutes loaded up. So there I play softer, I play harder, so velocity is increasing volume, and then you look at modulation, also increases the volume. You can notice it's the same dynamic layer. The expression does the same thing as modulation here. You'll notice it goes dead, completely silent, if you drop the expression all the way down. So the only other control that you have in here after you pick your articulation is reverb. Now, in the advanced modules, when you click this center icon, you can choose between some different parameters. So that's really it as far as the layout. You'll notice every instrument, you just get a drop-down menu, and you choose from the whole orchestra, whether you want violins 1, 2, violas, cello, basses, horns, trumpets, tenor trombones, bass trombones, tuba, flutes, piccolo, oboes, clarinets, bassoons, moving into the percussion, harp, and celeste, percussion, and tuned percussion. So we'll dig into these in each channel, but what you can see, I've loaded all of them up, and you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 instruments at my count, which is pretty powerful and diverse. So clarinets, again, same thing, long and staccato, playing through that. You can hear it has sort of that infinite sustain on it. We switch to staccatissimo. And the piccolo, of course, just a little higher of a register. Oboes, beautiful sound. I really like the sound of these oboes, even though it's one dynamic layer. Looking at the bassoons. The staccatissimo, it sounds a little funny at the top end. But still, for the bang for your buck, this library really has it. And looking at the violins 1 and 2, they definitely have a bit of a different sound, as you'd expect. And you see that you get more here, right? Violin 1s, you get the long, spiccato, pizzicato, and tremolo. Again, that kind of infinite sustain. So, you just have to sort of play it realistically. Don't hold it out forever. Very nice pizzicato. And the violin 2s, let's look at those. Again, contrast that with the violin 1s. So you notice the violin 2, pretty similar. It seems to have just maybe a little more biting to it. Kind of in the middle. Feels like a little more heavy, string on the bow, bow on the string action. The violas. And again, you're getting long spiccato, pizzicato. A lot of upfront detail in that, and the tremolo. Okay, so rather than kind of walk through everything, let's just pull open a few sections and play it just so you can hear these. So here you're going to see that we have this horn stack, just 2 octaves going on with these different horns playing the same line. And if you just look at individually, the horns, really nice, kind of rich. It's low end, but nice brassiness. And when you add in a trumpet with that, you get more of that top end. Cuts through. Looking at the bass trombone. So that also has a decent cut through to it. So this brass section, it's tough to really get brass without all the dynamic layers, but when you can kind of stack them together, you can still get a pretty rich tone. And again, looking at just the interface of the horns, you can see that on all of them you get long and staccatissimo. So that is, we'll just open it up just to show you that, but basically just the same thing, right? And then moving into the percussion, here you can see that what you get is timpani and then untuned percussion. So with the untuned, you get some snares, some crashes, swell, tambourine, little triangle. So definitely some usable stuff, woods, metals, what have you. And then we move into the timpani, and this is just, a pretty standard straight up. We get about a 3-octave range. Sounds pretty solid. The glockenspiel, this it's nice. You get a glockenspiel, a xylophone, marimba, and tubular bells. So that's pretty cool to have in a a free library, or $49 if you don't if you just want to pay for it. A nice sounding glockenspiel. I really like it. I'm impressed by it. The xylophone. It's a little on the quiet side, but you could compress it if you needed to. I find that when everything builds up, it's still pretty loud enough. Given all the different dynamics that you'll have, it cuts through enough. Beautiful marimba. Moving on, we have the tubular bells. Sounds pretty good. Well, heck, I mean, you can't. It sounds great. You can't beat it too when it's free, and realizing that this is that bass, with one dynamic layer. And you can see what I, in trying to use this, what I did with the harp was just like a glissando. So, I mean, heck, very simple to do that, right? It's just all the way up, low end to top end, ran the roll, and, there you have it. The Celeste sounds pretty good. And that's it. So, the whole library, definitely check it out. Go to Spitfire's website. Pick it up for free. I mean, the 14 days, the application process is pretty smooth. And, really it's a great way to just, start mocking it. If you're just getting into scoring, you can mock things up quickly. You've got the whole orchestra, within this single plugin. So build out a template, just load everything up, and then just use it. Get comfortable, get familiar with it, with your, arranging. And of course, you can always go then and add other libraries, do whatever you want to upgrade. But this lets you really mock up your full orchestration. We'll play it through one more time. If you did find this helpful, be sure to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. And last thing I'll say is if you do want more information on writing to picture, learning how to score and orchestrate, I have a course that teaches you how to do that. It's called Writing to Picture, and it will help you learn how to write more effective scores in the composing world, right? It's doing this as a career for writing to picture. So check out the link in the comments below. We'll play it through one time on the outro, and see you in the next one.